You've heard the warnings, you've seen the ads. But do you really know how to protect yourself from HIV? The truth is, most people are getting it wrong, and it's not what you think. Let's face it, HIV is still a huge health issue. While medical advancements have come a long way, the number of new cases each year is still staggering. Over 38 million people worldwide are living with HIV, and in the US, about 1 in 7 people don't even know they have it. You might be thinking, that's not me, I'm safe, but you could be missing some critical steps that could keep you protected. Let's break it down. First, you need to understand where your risk lies. It's easy to think that HIV only affects certain people or groups, but the truth is, anyone can be at risk if the conditions are right. Most transmission happens during unprotected sex with someone who has the virus. But did you know it can also happen through shared needles, or from mother to child during childbirth or breastfeeding? If you have a partner who's HIV positive, or if you're unsure of your sexual partner's status, it's best to be extra cautious. Even people who don't show symptoms or feel fine can still transmit the virus. But the good news is, once you understand where your risks are, you can take action to lower them significantly. Now let's talk about the most reliable prevention method, condoms. They're not just for pregnancy. They're a game changer when it comes to avoiding HIV. A study published in The Lancet found that condoms are 80 to 95% effective in preventing HIV transmission during sex. Whether it's a man or woman, no matter your sexual orientation, don't skip the condom. Don't make excuses like, it doesn't feel as good, or I trust my partner. Condoms are the only barrier that protects you from both pregnancy and HIV, so use them every time. And don't forget to check the expiration date. Seriously, using an old condom isn't just ineffective, it's risky. Now this next one might surprise you. Have you heard of PrEP? It's a medication you can take to lower your risk of HIV. In fact, when taken consistently, PrEP reduces the risk of HIV transmission by more than 99%. Imagine that. You can literally cut your risk to almost zero. PrEP is recommended for people who are at higher risk of HIV exposure, such as those with multiple partners or those with an HIV-positive partner. You don't need to wait until you're at risk to take it. It's a proactive solution that gives you control. A study by the CDC shows that people who are at high risk, when they take PrEP daily, can cut their risk by almost 10 times. Here's another simple but often overlooked prevention tip. Get tested regularly. It's easy to assume that if you feel fine, you're fine. But that's not how HIV works. HIV can stay undetected for years, and by the time you feel symptoms, you may have unknowingly passed it on to someone else. In fact, many people don't even know they have HIV. Getting tested is the responsible thing to do. For yourself, for your partner, and for your community. It's an easy blood test that can be done at your doctor's office or even at home now with self-test kits. Testing is part of the solution because it helps prevent the spread. And if you think you've been exposed to HIV, whether through unprotected sex, a broken condom, or sharing needles, you have a window of opportunity to act. That's where PEP, or post-exposure prophylaxis, comes in. It's a course of HIV medicine that, if taken within 72 hours of exposure, can stop the virus from spreading in your body. But remember, PEP only works if you act fast. It's not a substitute for safe practices like condoms or PrEP, but it's an important safety net in an emergency. If you think you've been exposed to HIV, don't wait. Go to your doctor or the nearest emergency room as soon as possible. Now, I want to mention something that's often tied to risky behaviors: substance use. Excessive alcohol or drugs can lower your inhibitions and cloud your judgment, which can lead to risky situations, like unprotected sex. It's crucial to stay mindful of how substances affect your decision-making and how they can increase the chances of HIV transmission. For example, a study from the American Journal of Public Health found that people who use alcohol and drugs during sex are significantly more likely to have unprotected sex and are therefore at higher risk for HIV. If you're going out, plan ahead. Know your limits, and stick to them. And finally, let's talk about staying informed. The world of HIV prevention is changing rapidly. New methods and strategies are constantly being developed. For example, the development of long-acting injectable HIV prevention methods is a game changer. These medications can prevent HIV for months, making them a perfect solution for people who have trouble taking daily pills. HIV prevention is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's important to stay updated, talk to your healthcare provider, and find what works best for you. The more you know, the better equipped you are to stay healthy. Alright, let's recap everything we've talked about today. HIV is still a major concern, but the good news is that there are simple, effective ways to protect yourself. 1. Use condoms every time. 2. Take PrEP if you're at high risk. 3. Get tested regularly. 4. Consider PEP if you've been exposed. 5. Stay mindful of substance use. 6. Stay informed about new prevention methods. Taking these steps doesn't just protect you, it helps protect everyone around you. It's not about living in fear, but about being proactive and responsible for your own health. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more health tips. Stay safe, stay informed, and protect yourself and others. See you next time.